All right, everyone. I'm going to give everybody a chance to join. We're going to talk about speaking from the boardroom and why mastermind groups are a good thing. Um, if I'm coming to you from IG and from Instagram and on YouTube, I'm going to give you some advice. I'm a business consultant, Alexis Coates Consulting. If you can, feel free to follow me. You can follow me on Facebook, IG, and Black Business Review, who I am the editor-in-chief of Black Business Review. So feel free to follow along, and you can send me a wave. And I want to say good morning to everyone. We're going to start in 1 minute. We'll give it a minute to kick off, and we'll start over on Facebook Live and on YouTube, and we're here on Instagram. So I'll give it a second, and then we can jump in from there. Over on Instagram, while you're waiting to join, if you can, just go ahead and type in the city where you're at, or you can type in the city where you're at or the business that you work with, and I'll give you some. We're going to be talking a little bit about why mastermind groups, the power of mastermind groups, and how it can help you. So take a chance to take a second to put in where you're from, or type in your business, and we'll get started in 1 second. So we'll be on about 30 minutes and give you some time to walk through and hear a little bit about the mastermind group. So generally speaking, I'm Alexis Coates, the author of 2 books, 12 Great Business Principles, 12 Great Business Principles, also 12 Great Business Principles and 51 Business Essentials. I'm also the author of Black Business Review and editor-in-chief, so you could send over information if you want to get seen on Black Business Review and follow me there also. You can follow me on IG and on Facebook. I have over 30 years of experience in business coaching and advising on building companies. So I want to give you some advice on the power of mastermind groups. Our series is Speaking from the Boardroom. We do this every Saturday morning. So I want to invite you in. Feel free on Instagram and, as I said, on Facebook to follow along as we go through this journey. So mastermind groups offer a combination of brainstorming, education, peer accountability, support to sharpen your business and your personal skills. So the topic of the day is the power of mastermind groups. Why are mastermind groups good? Normally, you want to get involved with a mastermind group that's built up of about 4 to 6 people, business-minded people with that has a minimum 5 years of business experience, and you want people in different industries to share with you information for the industry that they're in. And by them sharing information with you from the industries that they're in, it gives you an ability to share your information within the group. So it's exciting to, if I'm, for instance, if I'm an IT guy and you want to be in a mastermind group with an accountant, and you might have a mechanic, you may have an engineer, you may have someone that owns several salons, and you may own someone that owns McDonald's. And normally, a lot of the issues that people have are the same issues across the board. All of the issues across the board are similar and nature, and if you share, you get a chance to have a hot seat. Mastermind groups normally meet anywhere from 2 to 4 times a month, and you can meet at 5 o'clock in the morning, you can meet at 6 in the afternoon, you meet for about 2 hours, and each person comes to the table with something they call the hot seat. The hot seat is that you present your problem. One issue I may be having, for instance, with Black Business Review is how do I publish more articles or how do I get to more clients? And the mastermind group, the 4 to 6 people in a group, would then give me feedback on how I can improve my business and pick up more users on on distributing magazines, on distributing articles. So it's important that you pick the right people that you're in a mastermind group with, right? You can't just randomly jump into a group. You got to be very strategic about who you build your mastermind group with. And your mastermind group, as I say, it's good that if they could have anywhere from um, anywhere from 5 years plus experience, a business experience, and that business experience is going to help you. Now, you want a guy even more seasoned, like say myself. I'm a 30-year guy. So if you come to me with an issue, um, if you come to me with an issue, if you come to me with an issue, I've probably dealt with it in some capacity, right? Either some sort of financial, you want to raise money. Either you want to raise money, you have employee issues, or you may have issues with you want to take on a partner, a financial partner. All of these things are good to put in an open group, a discussion group of a mastermind group, and let them um, understand better where you're coming from. Now, see, someone is requesting to be on video. If they can tell me, Sunshine, what's your business? What business are you in on Instagram? And I'll entertain that. But mastermind groups are major. I've been part of 3 different mastermind groups, and they've helped me grow my business both financially, and they're both beneficial to me growing my business, all of the groups that I participated in. Now, there is a cost in being in a mastermind group. Some mastermind groups can cost you $99 a month. Some could cost you $5,000 a year. It depends on if you're in a group with, say, Elon Musk and Bill Gates, and Oprah Winfrey, that's a higher group. If you're in a mastermind group with some local business people, and all of you like-minded, and you want to grow, I keep saying this, that you want to be in a group with people who have experience. If you have experience, that's important that past experience is important to grow your business. So please, when you choose your mastermind groups or choose your group to discuss your business with, choose to discuss it with people who can really help you grow your business. And they have that past life experience that they can give you and help guide you in the tough markets that are out here today. If you own a gas station, what do you do when the gas prices are so high and your margins are low and you're trying to compete with the gas station across the street? Do you bring in more candy? Do you sell more sodas? It's so many different things you can do. Do you lease out part of your lot? These are things that are discussed in our mastermind group, right? And within our mastermind group, you want to be able to openly discuss all of your information with your counterparts, and there should be some sort of non-disclosure involved in joining these groups. Non-disclosures are information where any information, proprietary information you discuss with this group, that no one will discuss that information outside of your group. Personal financial information, proprietary information, trade secret information. It's important that you protect yourself with a non-disclosure agreement. Now, what I'm looking for here for the mastermind group, and specifically some of you guys over on Instagram and on Facebook, feel free to shoot questions. Feel free to shoot some questions. I'm open to questions. to hear more about you, hear more about what your business is, what's going on with your business, and how a mastermind group can really help you. And I do encourage you to step outside your culture, not just your local friends. Step outside of your circle and join mastermind groups that can really help you grow your business. And sometimes there can be some exchange of business exchanges between you. You can share clients with them, client information. They give you some advice on how to grow your business. These are major things that could really help your business. So I advise you to step outside your group, and you should really look into the power of a good, solid mastermind group, which I participated in, and I've seen direct growth from being involved in these mastermind groups. Now, one particular reason why I touch on the power of mastermind groups, because in my book, the 12 Great Business Principles, I discussed a little bit about why the power of mastermind groups are important, what kind of networks, the brain power that's involved in these networks, potential investors, potential investors' mindsets, and how you deal with investors. For instance, if you're out raising money to grow your business, and let's say you have a bulk moving company, and you're moving furniture or something, you want to go out and buy 15 new trucks, but you want to go out and raise another $5 million. Well, you might want to talk to someone who's raised some money in some capacity, who can give you an idea of what you may run into when raising capital, either in the local market, from a venture capitalist, from a bank, and they could give you some avenues of some things that you may run into. Now, inside of 12 Great Business Principles, the book, you can get it at Amazon. You can pick up the book online. And one thing I talk about is surround yourself with people who aren't like you, people with various viewpoints, and push you and provide you new ideas that you may have not considered. While the members of mastermind groups should be diverse from you, they should have characteristics such as being action-oriented, high energy level, and have a solid commitment to follow through. Select just those from your contact list who are shared your beliefs, with whom you like to meet regularly. Right? High energy people. That's a big thing for me. A person that super smart and got a lot of information, but they're low energy, they really can't help you. You need high energy people, right? You need high energy people to grow your business. Inside of these mastermind groups, have to be high energy people that are smart. It has to be a sort of paradigm where everything meets, and you want that these people inside these groups to bring a lot of energy to the table. Now, over on IG and on Facebook, I'm gonna bring a guest of mine. A friend, Marlo Henson, on. Let me see if I can get him in here.
Good morning, Lex.
Hey, good morning, Marlo. I can't see you yet, but it's
All
good to
right.
hear you. I can hear you clear. Hey, good morning, Marlo.
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
Man, good. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you very clearly.
Okay, good. So what I was discussing with the group is about mastermind groups, which I talked about in the 12 great business principles that of the book that I published, and I talk about the type of mastermind group that people should put together. A group of at least 4 to 6 people, like-minded, but are outside of your general circle. And if you have, say for instance, you have an issue of you want to raise additional capital for your business, um, this mastermind group could really help you bring together those ideas. But before I answer those questions, Marlo, I'm sorry to bring you on. Real quick, Marlo, tell the group a little bit about yourself, and give them a quick brush background about who you are.
Well, Marlo Henderson. Right now, I'm an attorney, and I have my own law firm that I've had for the last 10 years.
Okay,
I've been an attorney for about 20 years
great.
since 2003, December 2003. I was barred in Maryland. So I'm somewhat of an entrepreneur. I run my own business,
Yep.
and it's been a successful practice for the last, like I said, 10 years.
Okay.
Income wise, it's pretty stable, and I have happy clients with the services that I do provide. I specialize in bankruptcy, personal injury,
Okay,
and
Marlo.
business law.
Okay. So 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 one reason why I brought Marlo Henson and I asked him to join us on the show of speaking from the boardroom is that quite often I sit with Marlo and a couple other business associates, and we bounce ideas off of each other, right? And we're completely honest to each other about a direction a person should take. Either is it a financial situation, what your best approach you should take, how should you deal with certain employees, if you're having issues with employees, have other people have issues with employees. Um, Marlo, talk a little bit about um, what kind of advice have you gotten from your sphere, your circle of friends that may have given you general business advice over the years, almost like a mastermind group that we meet on a regular. Normally, we might smoke a cigar, we might sit down and chop up and talk a little bit about some business, but talk a little bit about how advice has helped you over the years.
Yeah, I was going to say when you had the topic mastermind groups, I was somewhat intimidated a little bit because I've never been in an official mastermind group.
Okay.
But what you've reminded me of is what we do every week when we meet at a cigar lounge, and we got five brothers who or gentlemen, sometimes ladies who have business acumen, and we sit there and we just discuss issues that we may be having in our own companies,
Yep.
our own whatever, and it gets real. And so you get people who give you good, solid advice,
Yep.
and they're not on your team, so they don't have a dog in the fight, one might say, and they can think about the issue a little bit logically and not emotionally.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so, what I've learned also is I have a friend who actually does mastermind groups, and she's a very successful entrepreneur, and she's invited me to a couple. I haven't joined yet, but I can see the benefit of a mastermind group given what we've done over the last year or so informally.
Yep. So that's very true. One thing, that the major thing Marlo said about the mastermind group or the potential of the advisory group that general friends of ours meet, who are all business owners, when we meet and grab cigars, one major thing he said that I think really stands out in his remarks is that if I'm giving Marlo advice, or if he's giving me advice, or we giving one of our other friends advice, I really don't have a dog in his fight, right? So I can give you sort of logic, stand back advice about a good perspective on your situation. Normally, when it's your situation, you take a sort of emotional ownership to that. And once you take an emotional ownership to it, sometimes it skews the way you make decisions. But me, I don't have a dog in your fight. I may have dealt with that situation over the last couple of years. So now I'm going to give you my best perspective of how you may want to deal specifically with that issue, which is great how we address things. Um, Now, also, Marlo, talk about what type of ideas would you, if you were officially join the mastermind group, what kind of ideas would you bring to the group that you think you could comfortably discuss amongst 4 to 6 very experienced business people?
Yeah. Um, I think any area of business that requires some level of thought or experience would be the things that I would bring to the group. It could be uh, HR issues or human resources, employment concerns, financing for the business, um, some legal issues that one might, deal with.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think anything, the realm is very vast as to what we could discuss in the mastermind group. Ultimately, I think the key to having a good mastermind group would be making sure that the goal is clear amongst the group members. So such that if I was to bring something to the group, I want to walk out of there with at least a couple of solutions or options that I follow and hopefully would follow through on some.
Okay, so whatever you come to the table with, what they call it as a hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
The hot seat is the person who's speaking. They get about 15 to 30 minutes, or they get to speak about their idea, right? And
Okay.
they speak about their idea and they talk a little bit about what their issues are. And you don't always have to address in a mastermind group. You don't have to address those ideas right there on the spot. You
Mm-hmm.
could fishbone it, which means you collect as much information as you can about it, and then the next week when you come back, you use the first 30 minutes or 40 minutes to say, Marlo brought up an issue about um, how much would you pay an administrative assistant? Would you pay them $50,000, $60,000? What have you guys done in the past? And then the next week when we come back to the mastermind group or whatever the second session that you meet, then you would have an open discussion outside of Marlo, and everyone else in the group would give their real honest feedback of what they've dealt with in the past, and how they best deal with situations to address how they best deal with situations to address specifically salary requests of people. But I really think mastermind groups can help you. And another thing that I found, I was in basically, I think I was in three of them, two of them, the mastermind groups, which I thought was most successful, and I think it's good for people that to consider, is that we met at 5 o'clock in the morning. The other one I met, I think, at 6 in the evening, but the two I've met at 5 a.m. in the morning. And when you meet at 5 a.m., I believe you're pretty serious about your business at that point. And if you're pretty serious about your business, you're going to accomplish something. Now, mastermind groups meet at a minimum of like, say, 60 minutes to 90 minutes. 60 minutes is a really good time for a mastermind group to meet and bring that information. But what's more important is that can you bring real ideas to the table and help out the group? Now, let's talk a little bit about costs. Generally speaking, mastermind groups can cost anywhere from $99 as high as $25,000. So I'll work backwards here. So Marlo, you can give me some feedback of what you think. If you were in a mastermind group with Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, and Elon Musk, how much would you be willing to pay a year? Would you pay $25,000 a year for that? That's a high-end group, very focused, high-energy group, and they're dedicated to you to see you 2 times a month, hear your ideas, and you have to pay roughly 25,000. Now that's a high group, right? To be involved with. Is that a number you would live with, or you think that's too high? As a business guy that you are.
I would. I guess my question would be if I'm getting something out of the 25,000. Sure, 25,000 is nothing. If
Okay.
I'm in a group with billionaires who can
Yes.
direct me or possibly, and I think that the byproduct of the mastermind group is not only the advice, it's the connection with some of the people in the mastermind. Because if you were to advise me that, hey, you can go get some financing to get this great idea for this plane that you have or whatever you're about to develop, then hopefully Elon Musk is going to put me in touch with a guy who he knows does financing for planes. He may not have to as the member of the mastermind group, but he might. So I'll be looking forward to that. So therefore, 25,000 would not be a problem.
So $25,000 with the large group of Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, and Bill Gates. Marlo says it's not a big issue, because also mastermind groups, which is a major issue, is can can each person in your mastermind group plug you into additional business? So that's a very good question. So I think it's safe to say then that um, the cost is not the cost isn't just that important. It's just important to know what's the level of people you're accessing. Now, if you're accessing just local business people that have local knowledge, that have everybody has 10 years experience, everyone understands their business pretty well, and we're all trying to grow. And let's say everyone's doing a minimum of anywhere from $3 to $5 million a year. Now, let's say in that group you're paying somewhere around $250 a month, and you're getting dedicated, high energy, good put out, good feedback from everyone in the group. That then becomes a relative number, also, right? And also, can they also? I think Marlo's quickly stated, um, can you benefit from each member expertise, ability, and a specific knowledge, right? Even in small knowledge, they may have local knowledge where you are. That's important, but the 250 then becomes a very relative number, to grow in your business.
Lex,
So
where
go
does
ahead.
the funding for the mastermind group, where does that go?
So that's a great question, Marlo. So the funding for the mastermind groups goes to whoever organizes the group. So that's for the note taker. That's for the person who has solid business experiences running the group. The facilitator. The facilitator guides the group, and it gives you access to additional monies. I mean, additional people. You may bring in guest speakers or different things for the money, but it is normally going to one person or one company that's managing the overall mastermind group. It's not being redistributed back throughout the group. Just one person with the experience who puts it together would collect those fees, and then they would benefit you by making sure you have a note taker, making sure a facilitator, making sure everything is documented, both charts, growth charts, and everything. And are you really getting something out of this? Let's show a long-term growth of you participating in these groups. Those things, that's where normally where the money goes. The money stays within whoever organizes the pot. So it's a good thing. Um,
Yeah.
I like them, and I've seen some success from them in the past. And as they say, non-officially, Marlo and I, we participate in a non-official mastermind group. We meet on a regular. We might smoke cigars, but we always bouncing business ideas off of one another, which is a great idea. So so as I said, I was staying on about 30 minutes. I'm coming up to 30 minutes out. I'm glad everyone joined us, and I appreciate Marlo getting up early on a Saturday morning. I know it's tough to get up on Saturday morning. It's normally our golfing day. So we appreciate everyone joining in both on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. Thanks for joining. You'll see a clip, and you'll see more of these series of speaking from the boardroom on different topics. We'll talk about different topics, being in business with family members, making decisions when you're growing a business, the role of the government in your business, all these different things we'll cover and speaking from the boardroom on Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock. And I'm glad everyone on Instagram joined. I got a pretty good following over there, and follow me on Black Business Review. So I'm glad everyone chose to follow. So thanks a lot, Marlo. Any last words, Marlo?
No, Lex, I think this is going to be a great opportunity for you to impart knowledge, especially early on a Saturday morning. I
Yeah.
think you get a captive audience, so we appreciate that. And good luck.
Yeah. So I appreciate it. So thanks a lot, Marlo. Thanks a lot, everyone, on all the different social media platforms for following us. Feel free to follow me at alexiscoach.com or blackbusinessreview.net. Look out for the latest articles, news articles of African Americans on growth. But I want to thank everyone for following us. Feel free to send me an inbox message if you have any questions. If you need Marlo's contact information, feel free to send me an inbox, and I will send over Marlo Henderson's information. Any questions you may have to us. So thanks a lot. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Thanks a lot, Marlo.
Take care, Lex.